kumuha pa ng isang madaldal na babae na wala naman siyang papel, undersecretary, pero she put herself into the position of a spokesman. Oh. Pero nakakahiya naman na kukuha ng isang spokesman na wala namang kaibahan kay Trillanes, wala namang kaibahan ang
mga linya.
Ang asta nito kay Dilima. Sana nabilib kami dahil naninindigan sana ito, pero biglang kinuha daw siya.
Biglang bumaliktad.
Kinuha daw siya at tinanong siya ni Davila, kinuha mo kayo? I will not say sinong kumuha sa akin. Ito, pakinggan po natin itong attorney Claire Castro. Siya daw yung bago at lalaban kay Duterte. Hindi daw kung may mga panglalait daw si Duterte, ready din siyang manglalait kay Duterte. Itong tao na ito, Claire Castro ang pangalan.
I wanted to ask you first, how were you invited there? Why did you join government?
Karen, I am not into politics. I just discuss about the activities and politics and laws, but I am not into politics. But I just do not know. I do not know why they chose me. I did not apply. I was just invited. And maybe 2 to 3 days, I had no decision yet. And I was contemplating at the time not really to accept. But when I was told that I could help curtail fake news through this position, then and I prayed, then I accepted.
Anong pinagsasabi nitong impostor na ito na spokesman? Wala namang posisyon na spokesman diyan sa Malacanang. Pero whatever it is, sinasabi niya she's not into politics. But unang araw pa lang niya, she already played politics. Tingnan mo itong pinagsasabi nito. Sinasabi ni Duterte na dumadami ang droga ngayon, tapos tinitira na niya kaagad si Duterte instead of addressing the problem of drugs. Tinitira niya yung bearer of information. Instead of saying na ang PNP ay hindi totoo yan, maraming droga, ganyan, binabalikan niya yung nagsasabi ng information. Pati yung anak ni Duterte na
dinamay pa niya.
Mayor, dinamay pa niya na sila naman ang nagpapatakbo ng sa Davao. Anong kinalaman nung nagpapatakbo sa Davao?
Hindi trabaho ng mayor yan. Trabaho ng pulis yan.
Trabaho ba ng mayor yan? Napakatanga mo naman. Spokesman ka, pero tatanga-tanga ka na kaagad. Pati English mo, walang papel. Ito. Pakinggan natin itong dinadaldal nito.
Good afternoon po, Attorney. Sa Mandawi rin po sinabi po ni former President Duterte na bumalik na po yung droga sa Davao, Cebu, and Manila. Marami na rin mga tambay ang na-hold up at mga nasasaksak. Reaction po dito.
Davao, including Davao City? Okay. Kung Davao City pinag-uusapan natin, sino ba ang mayor ng Davao City? Hindi ba yung anak niya? Si Mayor Baste Duterte. So, ang ibig bang sabihin nun, napaka-inefficient ng anak niya? Again, ulitin natin, nasaan ang data patungkol rito? At tandaan natin, nung panahon niya, at least ngayon may record kung may namamatay, nung panahon niya, menong bang nare-record doon sa mga biglang nawawalang mga tao? Tanong lang natin yon. So, dapat yun siguro, alamin din niya. Pero as of now, sabi nga natin, anak niya ang namumuno sa Davao City.
Tingnan mo ito. Ang sinabi ni Duterte, as quoted by the interviewer, is talamak na ngayon ang droga all over the country. Pero dahil galit siya sa Duterte, dahil she was playing politics, she focused it on Davao. And ang nagsabi si President Duterte, dinamay niya yung anak na mayor daw sa Davao. Di ba napaka non-sequitur mo? Abogado ka po naman, you're a non-sequitur. Your answer does not pinpoint to what was asked. Kasi unang-una, we point to the mayor. Yung mayor ba namumuno ng PIDEA? Yung mayor ba ang
Police.
ng PIDEG? Oo. At saka, bakit mo tatanungin si Duterte na may data ba? May data ba dito? Ikaw nandyan Ikaw nakaupo Binabayaran ka ng gobyerno. Hindi natin alam kung anong halaga ang binabayad ni Marcos sa'yo. Ikaw dapat ang mag-research. Ang sagot mo, Castro, ay palaban kay Duterte, personal. Yung sagot mo ay it's against Duterte. Galit siguro ka kay Duterte, personal, and you are playing politics. And yet you're telling Karen Davila, "Oh, I'm not into politics. I'm not into politics." You yourself is playing politics. And you're playing fake news because you are accusing Baste Duterte of the ones inefficient in eradicating drugs. Hindi ba galit ka kayo nung sinasabi ni Duterte ni Baste na ano yung mayroong inano si Baste na ano niya yung mga drug pushers, drug addict, tapos tinutulan ni Marvil, di ba, partner? Naalala mo yan?
Oo.
So, Baste wants to address the problem. But it is your minions, yung minions ng amo mong si Marcos, ang ayaw na i-address yung problems ng drugs sa Davao City. Ang sinasabi ni Duterte, talamak ngayon. Ang sinasabi nitong ek na ito ay wala daw data na bumalik yung droga. Sabi ko, bakit mo sasabihin walang data si Duterte? Bakit si Duterte ba ang nagtatago ng data? Alam mo, when Duterte says talamak, it can be shown by people themselves. Yung mga naglalakad, yung mga nasa kalye, yung mga nahuhuli na mga drug addict na mga these are records. Observations.
Public observation.
Oh.
Kung mag-quantify dahil kayo nasa gobyerno.
Non-sequitur ka Akala ko, abogada ka gusto mo lang pumapel, siguro hindi ka na satisfied sa blog mo, baka konti lang nakikinig sa'yo, bigla ka ngayong pumapel dyan sa Malacanang. Straighten mo muna yung English mo, ma'am. Please. Next.
Okay, why was former President Duterte's comment on the Marcos administration moving into a dictatorship? Why is that important to address?
Yes, because, former President Marcos keeps on repeating, keeps on telling about this dictatorship when most of us cannot see any signs that our president is gearing towards dictatorship. Remember, the one accusing the president, the former president, is the one who showed that acts of dictatorship. Remember, for the past 6 years when he was into power, he showed his power, really, being the authoritarian. Remember what happened to ABS-CBN? Even if the House will give or renew the franchise of ABS-CBN, he will order NTC not to allow ABS to operate. Is that not dictatorship? He is the one who showed being the dictator and not the president, not President Marcos.
Napaka-stupid naman itong ano pa? Ang tinatago, ang issue dito is there is a silent dictatorship that's going on. Tapos fake news na naman ang pinasok nito. Nung tinanggal daw yung franchise, sinasabi daw ni Duterte, even if ABS will renew its franchise, I will not allow them to operate. Kailan ba nangyari yan na sinasabi ni Duterte yan? Alam mo, the National Telecommunications Commission, which gives which issues frequency, is under the office of the President. So paano mo masasabi yung dictatorship? It is within the bounds of law. Nakaintindi ka ba, Ms. Castro?
Nasa ilalim ng mandato
The National
niya.
Telecommunications Commission is the one that issues the frequency. You don't only have a franchise to operate a broadcast, you also have a frequency. Now, even if Congress will give a franchise, sinasabi niya, Duterte will not allow the ABS-CBN to operate. Well, of course, that is the subject matter of a thorough review if whether or not ABS will be given a frequency. He may have a franchise, but if he doesn't have a frequency, hindi rin siya maka-operate. So, is the grant of frequency or the non-granting of frequency dictatorship? How stupid are you to say that? Napakababaw nito, pare. Akala natin, we praise her when she, nung tinira niya si Erich Tulfo, we praise her for standing up. Pero ngayon, mukhang pati yata si Sylvester Erich Tulfo, didepensahan na nito ngayon kasi nandyan na siya sa
Nasa ticket ni Marcos
at saka si Tulfo nasa ticket ni Marcos. I'm sure she will turn around and defend Erich Tulfo. Okay, next.
But now, do you think the former President Duterte is hitting on the dictatorship aspect because the father, the late President Marcos Jr., actually declared martial law?
Maybe he wants to create that fear on the people because we all know people do not want even the idea of martial law. So he is the one gearing to that issue so that he will create that fear, and the people, if they will believe in him, they will not even support. They will not support or at least remove their support from the president.
Well, in the first place, paano ka ba mag-construct ng statements mo? Because hindi English ang ginagamit. Taglish na balubaluktot eh. Walang pinanggagalingan, walang papupuntahan, no? Kaya tuloy, sabi ng, Optic Politics, Claire Castro, a disaster in the making. The way she handles her position, it is clear that her tenure will not last long. She has already made herself a liability, an embarrassing misstep that the Marcos administration continues on a reckless path. Lalo mo pang pagkagrabihin ang problema ng Malacanang. Yan ang sinasabi ng Optic Politics. Hirap na nga si shaky na nga yung footing ni Marcos. Dadagdag ka pa sa tremor.
Oo nga
Dahil you're not constructive. You don't even know your role.
Instead of getting you to help Marcos provide reform and try to win back people who are hitting him left and right, ilalo mo pang pinalala dahil palaban ka. You're becoming an attack dog in equal footing with Trillanes and De Lima. Ha? Oh,
Ako disappointed because gusto ko makakuha si Marcos na magaling na communicate.
yes.
Para masagot niya yung mga issue na binabato sa kanya. Because he is the President of the Philippines. Nakakahiya tayo sa ibang bansa.
Tapos ko,
ikaw ang darating dyan. Ha?
dapat ang kinukuha nila, dapat yan sa Malacanang, Caroline Levitt type,
Ayan!
yung matalino, maganda,
Matalino.
magaling mag-Ingles. Ha? Oh,
Pati si Whoopi Goldberg. Niyari.
taob. Oh, dapat ang kunin ni
ang ginagamit.
Oo.
Boka.
Boka at saka hatred.
Oo.
At saka ang purpose is to hit back at Duterte. Yun and you admitted that if Marcos will not fight, I will fight them. Is that your position, to fight the enemy instead of winning the enemy?
Oh my God.
Anak ng kaweting-weting itong babae na to. Oh. Bumalik ka na lang nga doon sa pinanggalingan mo.
DCWM, ABS-CBN. Tumabi ka na lang kay
Hindi, ano na yan eh. Demoted na yan sa, ano ba yung radio program natin? DCXL. Diyan ka na lang. Doon sa kasama mong lalaki doon. Kasi hanggang dyan ka lang dapat talaga eh. With your respect. Nothing personal. Kasi
Tame your ego.
when you made good statement, akala namin yung when you hit Erich Tulpo, Sylvester Tulpo, and you expose him, wow, ang galing nitong babae na ito. Pero ngayon, hindi naman pala kaganyan. Attack dog ka pala eh.
Tsaka kalat mag-isip.
Kalat. Oo. Kalat na kalat. Oo. So, kawawa naman ang Malacanang. Lalong kawawa yung si Jay Ruiz.
Oh.
Kasi unang-una, amateur pa yon. Tapos papasukan na nito na attack dog. Oo. Paano ka pipigilin ni...
Hindi pala attack dog.
Ano?
Attack. Kasi yung female dog is a...
Okay. Okay, so, next. Ano pang ibang issue dito sa interview niya kay Karen Davila?
As a lawyer.
As the lawyer.
Yeah. Okay, but what does the law say when it comes to impeachment trials? Should the Senate start immediately? What does forthwith mean?
Yes, it's like this. When you say to proceed at the forthwith proceed, it doesn't say in the Constitution if they should proceed even during the recess. It's very broad na you have to start immediately. Maybe if this Senate is in session,
John.
they have to abide and they have to proceed immediately. But since there is no time element in the Constitution, that recess will definitely be a factor if they will proceed immediately or they will proceed immediately after the recess. So it's up to...
So interesting, there are two schools of thought.
Yeah.
Should you be in session or do you proceed immediately even if Congress is in recess?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So there are two schools. All right.
Naintindihan mo ba, pare? Abogada ba ito? Pati si Karen natutulala. Did you understand what she's saying?
Bakit hindi na lang si Karen lang kinuha nila?
Buti pa si Karen na lang kinuha kasi yan, anti-Marcos talaga na tunay. At saka articulate. Ito,
At least magaling mag-English.
ito talagang,
Wow!
we proceed or forthwith or hindi,
Ano mong ginulo?
ginulo mo nagbibigay ka pa ng opinion na hindi ka naman renowned lawyer. With your respect. Trial lawyer daw siya, pero I don't know, may napanalo ba ang kaso to? O she became famous lang dahil ba sa YouTube o sa sa podcast. Anyway, we'll discuss more about this lady. Dito pa lang sa umpisa, anong sabi nung optics? Anong sinabi? Ulitin mo nga.
A disaster in the making.
She is a disaster in the making.
Oh,
Ha?
disaster.
Dito pa lang, sa interview ni Karen,
The way she handles her position,
wala na, gulong-gulo na ang mga nanonood.
it is clear that her tenure will not last long.
Your tenure will not last long. Si Cesar Chavez nga, nasanay na, hindi nga naka-resist sa snake pit Malacanang. Ikaw pa kaya na
Right?
wala kang sabi. Walang sabi. Oh.
Bersamin, ipapahama kayo niyan. Bigwasan mo na. Ama maaga pa.
Oo. Ha?
The public needs a rational, eloquent communicator.
At saka, alam mo,
President also needs that.
alam mo, hindi lang ito wishy-washy. Ano pa ito, palaban pa at nakikipag-away pa sa otoridad. Ha? Oh. Ito, sigawan at gumawa ng iskandalo doon sa police precinct. Ipakita nga natin yung iskandalo nito.
Tulong sa akin! Ginugulo ako para magtanong sa kliyente ko! Ano ba?
So, ma'am, MPD media kayo. Kakampi niya ba yung media? Hindi lang. Ay, ang taga-ABS-CBN po ako. Pasensya na. Tulong lang ako dito.
Taga-DCRJ po.
Oo, DCRJ.
Dati you are.
Walang Atty. Claire Castro po. Walang warrant, sir. Kinaladkad sa SM Mall. Walang warrant. Walang ginagawa. Walang complaint. Walang ginagawang krimen sa SM Mall, San Lazaro. Para kalad ka rin. Walang complaint pinapakita. Opo.
Sa Atty. Claire, you are the lawyer.
Counsel po ni Jackson. Nagulat po kami. Walang warrant. May text po sa amin yung babae na magkita sila sa mall para pag-usapan ang bata. Tapos papahuli. Bakit sila agad nandoon?
Tingnan mo ito. Hasta ba ng abogado yan na mag-hysterical at abogado ka? Yung client, mayroon kang client. Pero ang abogado, instead na mahinahon at nagre-respeto ng police or the people who are in authority, ikaw ang nagwawala.
At yun nga mga kababayan, anong masasabi niyo sa balitang ito? Maaring ihayag ang inyong opinyon at kuro-kuro sa comment section sa ibaba. Huwag din kalimutang mag-like, mag-subscribe at mag-share sa bidyong ito. Maraming salamat sa panonood.